Puts up a tough shot. Bounces around. Goes in at the buzzer. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh!
It's population.
That's how you win a game.
It's population. We hustle every day to find picks. You can tell us if you want to get rich. It's population. We robbing Underdog and PrizePicks. We the best in this biz. You ain't telling us shit. It's population. We love making money quick, fast. Cooking up a team card. The whole crew about to smash. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash. The dopest team you ever seen. Winning money, stacking G's. Boogie setting traps, but they'll never catch me. Some people get addicted like rats to the cheese, but I got one obligation to bring Johnny to his knees. Holding back the props till the morning he knows. They'll be fishing in the shack, plotting nukes with the bros. Only withdraw, never reload. Elevated them out, amigos. We go with honest, we seeking the bloods. We know when the fucking cheat code. Party that I'm sweating, they can't be good for my health. Some may call it making bets, I call it investing in myself. I'm picking props like stocks. Population for the win. Got my sips in by the buzzer now. Let the games begin.
Unbelievable. Just perfect. He did it.
It's population. It's population. It's population. We do it for the fam, so everybody let's cash.
We are back. We are back. We are back like we never left. And Josh has had an average of 1.4 hours of sleep per day this last week. And he actually had about 4 last night, so that was pretty good.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, NBL's been treating us really well, so
Boy, has it.
it's been awesome.
I find myself looking at NBL morning, midday, through the evening
Yeah.
to the night.
What is there a game? What, 1 or 2 tonight?
12:30 a.m. our time. And I wanted to ask you, Tanner Groves sitting there at 15.5 for me again.
I have to look at the matchup.
Okay. I was wondering.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, everything checks the box and it's clear. I'm with it.
Yeah, man. J. Cole says, I'm here. He says, let's go, fellas. Unders for the win.
Let's do it. It's Monday.
All right. You want to get into it? We got, what, 6 games?
Yeah, it'll be pretty quick, man. I don't have much on it because I was busy with NBL, real life stuff, and then yeah.
Well, I know the Heat are playing the Clippers, and I know you like Clippers unders teams against Clippers, so I was wondering, maybe he'll like something. Bam's on that team.
Bam always, but he's at all-time low, 15.5 points.
Wow.
He's well, Fliffy's still 16.5. He's questionable now.
Oh, okay.
But
Tune says, let's go. What's up, Tune?
what's up, bro? It says the plan is to warm up with intent to play, so hopefully he plays, and hopefully his back is an issue too. That's even better. But we'll get into that. Yeah, that's one of my unders if he plays. Okay. This first game, man, I think I'm gonna pass. It's
I like passing.
14.5 point spread, which makes sense because the Wizards have been getting obliterated as of late. Let's look at their last. Look at this. Look at these spreads. Thunder 136.95, Bulls 138, 105. Hung with the Sixers, blown out by the Rockets. Pelicans handled them both times. Bulls blow out again. Knicks blow out, and then just close the first meeting. I mean, yeah, it's not looking good for them, bro. Ideally, I mean, we usually take overs versus them, but I don't trust anyone on the T-Wolves. Ant in like prime matchups will shit the bed. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great spot for him. I mean, the best way to attack the Wizards is in transition and then scoring near the basket. I mean, pretty much everywhere on the court, but yeah, transition. It's where you want to attack him, and only 14% of his points come in transition. Most of it's in pick and roll action. I mean, not many of their guys score in transition, right? Like McDaniels sometimes, like 21% of his points. Most of it's just spot up shooting, just sitting on the wing and shooting threes.
Emerson says, "What's up, fam? Big Taco under cashing. Let's go." Josh brought the light bulb from out of the darkness. Comes the mad scientist. You remember you were in the dark last time.
Is the light helping today?
Sure. Either way.
No one's scoring in transition really for the T-Wolves. Except McDaniels probably scores the most in transition. And NAW. But NAW is just not playing that many minutes. And his minutes aren't secured off the bench. So, I mean, his line is only 7.5. I mean, he might consider it. But he's got to be on point in limited time. Is he playing? Let's see. Is he playing blowout minutes with the cleanup crew? That would be the only thing of interest. And maybe he picks up more minutes. All right, T-Wolves, when's your last blowout? Okay, he is. So he comes out there, and he'll play the last however many minutes they wave the flag, cleanup crew minutes. So that's how he's picking up. He picks up, looks like 20 plus minutes. When it's a blowout. Other than that, he's going to play 17, 18 minutes in a close game, it looks like. So, yeah. How's McDaniel's lines look like?
Toon says, "What do you think about Bilal?" How do you say his last name? Coulibaly?
Coulibaly?
On the Wizards under PRA tonight.
I was looking at that. Because the Wizards are fully healthy now, right? So, how many minutes is he playing with everyone there? It's the only... Yeah, because the start of the season, he was playing big minutes, right? He was playing like 37, 35 minutes when Kuzma was out. But now Kuzma's back, right? And I think the only person... They're not... Sorry, I take that back. They're not fully healthy because Brogdon has been out. But he hasn't really played much this season to begin with. But let's see if Brogdon affects him at all. Even more so. I've been taking his RA under when Kuzma back, and it's been working out. Because he's only getting like 7 to 8 potential assists. It's heavy juice on the RA, 8.5. How's the juice on the PRA? Looks like Fliff might have removed him. Heavy juice on the 20.5, and then other books it's like even money line on 19.5. It's a bad matchup for him. I mean, the T-Wolves, they're about average on transition defense and pick and roll defense, and that's how he's getting most of his points. Yeah, I would say consider the PRA. I was maybe thinking about, or just if I go with my usual under RA. But with the RA, he could fall into some lucky rebounds and pick up a couple assists, But the PRA, he's going to need to be efficient scoring too, which is why I was kind of switching to the PRA. Let's just look. So he's playing what? See, this was a close game. They only lost by 6 to the Sixers, and he still only played 31 minutes. So he seems like he's going to be max 31 minutes if everything stays the same. So let's put a filter on. Let's put him at 29 to 31 minutes. Let's look at his hit rate. So 4 at 11 on his RA. Who is anybody out for these games? Kuzma was out. Kuzma and Poole. So at least these 3 games that he cleared, either Kuzma or Poole were out. Now the only game he did go over once with both of them playing, and that was against the Celtics. How about the PRA? So he hooked the 20.5 PRA. Went off against Charlotte. But again, Kuzma was out. I guess PRA. If you could find it at 20.5, it's most ideal. But obviously you're gonna pay some juice on it, minus 150 most places. Let's see. Let's see what Fliff, if it's updated or not, or if they just removed it completely. Yeah, it's gone. So they're probably just gonna bring it back at 19.5, I imagine. If I had to guess. Do they have his RA? They do. It's not bad. Minus 135. If you're on Fliff only, like some of us are, and don't have access to other books. Since we don't have the PRA right now, we can wait for it to come back at 19.5. But minus 135.
Assuming you could get that PRA, would you play that instead of the points? If you could.
You mean to play the PRA instead of the RA?
Right, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting that Pinnacle doesn't have odds for his RA. But relative to other books, I mean, Fliff is pretty solid value. I mean, Bet 365 is the best value. It's even money line right now. But yeah, PRA is more ideal at 20.5 for sure. Okay. And then I'm not messing with anybody else. I mean, I will say, saw Poole struggle against OKC, no surprise. But it was a blowout. He only played 23 minutes. So if he thinks this is going to blow out, and he's going to play limited minutes again, consider it. But I mean, you know, he put up 22 points in just 24 minutes, albeit it was the Bulls, so no surprise. But he has the ability to rack up points in limited minutes, whereas Coulibaly, his usage rate is pretty low, right? So, I mean, he's got usually about a 15% usage rate. Ranges from like 15 to 20. So, and obviously, like if you see all these spike games, his usage rate was up like 25% or more. All those games were with Kuzma out, and you can see he was much more productive, especially scoring. So Kuzma is the big factor here. So Poole, I'll probably just leave alone, and especially since we've seen point guards have some games against and guards in general against the T-Wolves, right? I mean, look at here, Steph smoked him twice. Kyrie, even Desmond Bain, Hero, Kyrie again. Kyrie got him twice. Look at just by position, it's over 60% hit rate for point guards. Cade dropped 40 on him. Remember that game? Showed up and beat him. SGA 40. Even Harden dropped 22. DeJounte 29, which is a lot. DeJounte this year with his role in that team. So I'm going to stay away from Poole just because he could get hot from 3 and rack up points limited time. But I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed under. And that's it, man. That is it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not messing with these guys. I mean, you could. Do we have a fantasy line for Jaden? I never play this guy because his usage rate is so low, dude. But it just schematically, he has the best matchup here. 25.5.
Ren's here. What's up, bro?
What's up?
He says it's the Conley not starting effect. It's the Conley not starting effect.
Yeah, for sure. DiVincenzo is not good on defense. What was I looking at? Oh, Timberwolves. What are you averaging, McDaniels? Fantasy point per minute wise. Terrible. Awful. 0.78, man. How many minutes is he playing? See, that's the problem with the blowout, right? They've been involved in many blowouts. At all. Wow. Let's just put him at 30 minutes. What would that give us? $23 fantasy? Yeah. 25.5. Even though it's a prime matchup, I can't do it. Interesting, yeah. The Wizards are like not giving up to small forwards either. Point wise, they're like bottom 5 in points allowed to small forward. Power forward is where you definitely can attack them though, for sure. They're giving up like second most fantasy power forwards. But man, I can't trust Julius, bro. You don't know which Julius going to get. If he's just going to come out and walk around the court and just hang out and chill. So that's it for that game, man. That's all I got. Consider call ball use PRA or RA under. And I'm good on the T-Wolves. What? They're allowing a ton of offensive rebounds, though. I mean, what is do we have an offensive rebound for Gobert? 3.5. He could get it, dude, but blowout's the only concern. You're gonna want full run to feel good about that because it's probably a little bit over his season average. All right, moving on. Next game. So that's an island game. That starts at normal start time, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Ren says Timberwolves defense doesn't work the same without Conley. It's the high-low effect with Rudy.
Who said that?
Big Ren.
Oh yeah. Yep. Pistons at Knicks, dude. So big news here. Knicks on a back-to-back, and Brunson is questionable now. He suffered a shoulder injury late in that last the game yesterday. Went off though, right? What did he drop? 40 plus points? 44 on the Bucks. He only played 29 minutes because of that injury, right? So, or no, because of blowout. So it just depends on that shoulder injury. If he ends up playing like, I mean, it's not like he got full run, played 40 minutes last night. He only played 29 minutes. Yeah. But these teams have played, what, twice? And I think the series is split right now, 1-1. Pistons beat the Knicks at the Knicks. And one thing we know is that Cade loves playing at MSG and loves tearing up the Knicks. Yeah, let's see. Pistons won 120 to 111. Cade dropped 29 points, 15 assists, 10 rebounds, a measly triple double. I mean, can we talk about Cade, dude? I think he's like the most under talked star in the league right now. Like no one, like none of the media talks about him. All they talk about is Ant and all the usual guys, Jokic, but no one's talking about the season that he's having.
That's weird. Probably just the Detroit factor. No offense, AOD.
That plays a role, but I think it's also is that he's not a flashy guy, right?
True.
He's not super athletic, like an Ant or someone like flies out the gym, right? Like, that was his biggest knock, coming out the draft, being a number 1 pick, was like he's just not super athletic. But I mean, he gets it done. He just has a high basketball IQ, and he knows how to get to his spots, set up others, and he's just playing at a really high level right now. I think definitely at an all-star level, and I think a player that no one's talking about, man. This kind of shows you how the media can really influence the perspective on the game. So, I mean, look what he's doing, dude. He's taking this Pistons team, who has been in the basement every year, and look at the guys around him. I mean, complete bums, absolute bums.
Go ahead.
And they have a winning record, and they're 8th in the Eastern Conference. They're right there in the playoff mix. I mean, I could see them getting past the Heat with the Jimmy Butler stuff going on and how thin and bad the Heat are. Yeah, I mean, they're ahead of the Hawks.
I think you're right. He's just not flashy, like you said. He's not people's favorite.
He's not flashy.
That's cool.
But sometimes
those are the guys.
To be flashy.
Those are guys we like betting on. His lines, but now his lines are up, right?
His lines, I mean, they're steady now. I mean, they're staying normal. Like, they've leveled out to a consistent line every game now.
Ren says, since Ant's been struggling, can we consider his under 2-point attempts on Dabble? And then he says he hits threes and struggles with 2 points made. And then he's agreeing it's Cade Day.
Yeah. He does, but it just depends on the line. Again, the Wizards turn the ball over at a high rate. They allow a lot of points in transition, so Ant could rack up some easy transition buckets and burn us. It just depends on the line. I've just been fading Ant, and it's been glorious. So, but yeah, Cade, man. Shout out to Cade, dude. I mean, this guy's carrying this team. I mean, the Pistons, what a turnaround. Winning record. And we're almost at the trade deadline, All-Star break. So, this is it's crazy, man. He's almost averaging a double-double. He's 3rd in assists, almost top 15 in points scored.
Killing it.
Yep. He's killing it, dude. He's killing it.
Toon, who asked about Koulibaly under PRA, he says, how do we feel about Tim Hardaway?
I never look into him or track him or play him. I don't know if you're talking about the over or the under. I would say that it's a tough matchup, spot up shooting wise for him. But yeah, I think it's just 50-50 for whatever trying to decide on him, in my opinion. Another good thing about Cade, not only his history against the Knicks. You see, like this season, we just went over what he did. But last season, both games he played against the Knicks were in MSG, and he dropped consistently 31, 32 points. So he's averaging 30 points a game in MSG. And another thing is like kind of matching that narrative is like if you look at his home road splits, he's much better on the road, shooting averaging point wise and overall stats. So yeah, he does. I'm looking at last season. Sorry, he does much better on the road. So Yep. I think go with Cade here. The only thing is like if Brunson plays and his shoulder's fine, and you get Brunson Cat doing their usual things and they're popping off, and the game just gets away. Like if Cade doesn't have any help around him, and you have a blowout, I think that really is the only thing that's going to stop Cade here because the Knicks are dead last in pick and roll defense right now on the ball handler, and that's Cade's bread and butter. Almost half his points come from that. All the rest is split up. So, yeah, I think it's with him. It's just gonna be a matter of minutes. Does he get the full run? Does the game stay close enough, long enough? It's a 7.5 point spread right now, so that could change if Brunson's ruled out. I think what I'm gonna do here, I might do it before the Brunson news. Is I'm just gonna do an alt spread of Pistons and pair it with like some Cade, a couple Cade props, alt lines in case he doesn't get there because of minutes. I feel pretty good about that, like an SGP. So if we take Pistons to cover like I don't know alt, let's see what we can get. If we do like 14.5. I mean, if Cade's playing well, I mean, I think it can stay less than 10 points spread, or they could even win, especially if Brunson's out. And then we alt Cade's points down. Let's alt them down to 17.5. The one and alt his assist. The only one that's always scary is his assist because of his teammates bricking like crazy. What does this get us? Minus 115. It's not bad. Like I said, the only scary one on here is the assist. Like he's gonna play make, but can these dudes make their damn shot, right?
Always the thing with assists, huh? Can these players actually come through for us? Toon said also, just to clarify, about Tim Hardaway, he said I was talking about his 3-point attempts and 3-point made.
3-point attempts? Yeah, Knicks are about average on that. Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the line. What is he taking right now? He's taking about some games like around 8 attempts. His line's 2.5. It's pretty high, dude. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I mean, I think to make this work, I think I might take out the assist and just bring the point spread down a little bit and hope that Brunson, or just wait for the Brunson news and hope that Brunson sits, and then we can feel better about this alt spread. What do you guys think? You think the Pistons can hang? I think if we put it to
plus 20,
anywhere 9.5, 10.5,
plus 100,
plus 100. I don't know, man. I think they can hang with, if Brunson's out, I think they can hang with the 9 points. They haven't been getting blown out at all, really.
No, people have been liking them. Bren said Pistons are for real. J. Cole says, I think this is a women's college. He says the two girls that you guys have, I guess, Christina and Dara, they both have 7 in the first quarter. Whoever that is. Christina and Dara, I guess. D''ARRAH.
Oh yeah. They're playing a Prairie View. Okay, yeah.
They both have 7 in the first. Ren says Knicks off the back-to-back. Give me those Detroit points. The Knicks off the back-to-back helps, I guess, too, with the.
It helps. It helps. It's just the Knicks offense is scary because when it's humming, bro. Ask the Bucks yesterday.
He said
Knicks, the Bucks look hot.
Yeah. No, he says
34.
Huh?
The Bucks lost by 34 to the Knicks yesterday.
Good job, Bucks. You guys are great. He says the Knicks, after a big game playing against Detroit, a team still looking for respect.
Yeah, the hunger and motivation's there, man.
Where's
And
AOD, man? He's the Detroit lover. He's not here to cheer us on talking
well,
Detroit.
we'll see if he comes around. But I will say, if you're backing K today, and you think he's going to do what he's done in his short career here, and he's going to replicate it again in MSG. If you're backing K, then you might as well, just pair it with the Pistons to cover spread. You just got to land on with the right number, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Whether you take the regular 7.5, or you go up to 8.5, 10.5, 10 plus. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. It sucks. I mean, I wanted to add Kate assists here, but we're not on Fliff. At least we're not getting the best alt lines here for his assists. It goes from 9.5 to 7.5 to 4.5. I'd like 6 plus or something like that. 5 plus or 6 plus, 7 plus. 7.5. We looked at the hit rate, man. It's not the best. So I mean, it's good. It's not like, if you're doing alt SGPs, it's not like the lock. So okay. Nick's side. I mean, if Brunson's out, Cat should do his thing, obviously. But his lines will be super juiced. And then Mikal, what happened to Mikal? Is he broken? Like what's going on here, guys? Like
The day
last two games, 0 of 9, 9 shots, 2 of 5. He took 5 shots in 37 minutes. This dude is broken right now. OG, broken too. I mean, it's not even necessarily that they're broken. It's just the fact that Brunson and Cat are just black holing to the fullest. They're like two black holes colliding together and forming this supernova, like black hole is just destroying all their teammates around them. I mean, Hart is probably third to them in usage and productivity, so but I can't trust Josh Hart, man. Out of all these, Brunson has the best matchup, right? Piss has been getting killed from guards like him. Look at this, 77% hit rate from similar players, similar style, 10 out of 13 hit rate. Trae Young, massive game. Brunson scored 36 Brunson scored 31 and 36 in both meetings. But if he's banged up, his shoulder's banged up, I don't want to play him. The only thing the Pistons really been better at this year is interior near the rim. But Cat's not your traditional center. He's going to shoot from the outside, so yeah, I think I might be good on the Knicks, guys. But let me know if you got anything on it. I'm going to pass on him. Maybe if Brunson's out, I might dive in deeper and look at on-off court pools.
AOD's here. Speak of the devil.
Ask him, AO, how much the Pistons gonna lose by or win by?
Yeah, we were talking Pistons, man, right before you got here. He said he likes black holes. Pause.
Yeah. Tibbs does too.
Hoon says Bridges hasn't even been looking at the basket.
He's just chilling, right?
J. Cole says R.I.P. Hamilton.
Who?
I don't know. Must be some college basketball, women's college you guys are talking about. I'm guessing.
She got hurt?
I don't know. He said R.I.P. Hamilton. That's all I see. Ren says Detroit basketball.
Hamilton.
Yeah, there you go. Ren says Rip was my guy, or is it R.I.P. was my guy? I don't know. Looks like you're looking at women's college on your phone. I can see it.
Is he talking about Rick Hamilton?
Oh, he is? Okay.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know either. J. Cole, we love you. What the heck are you talking about? Oh, he is. He said mid-range killer. Big Hamilton.
Yeah. He was nice, bro. All right, should we move on? Because we're running out of time here.
Sure.
Io, just shout out what you got on your Pistons today. They're a popular talking point in this kind of very mid slate today.
Oh, Rip Hamilton, that was his nickname. J. Cole.
Oh yeah.
He said, LOL, no, G. That's Richard Hamilton. Got it. Got it.
Warriors at Raptors. Ugly game, guys. Only thing I've been interested here is my boy Wiggs, but I'm scared because you don't know which Wiggs you're gonna get. He sat out a game due to personal reasons. That's like his MO for his last 2 years. So, but this is a perfect matchup for him. Raptors get a spot up shooting transition, which he scores in, and there's no Kuminga, so his usage rate goes up, and he's from Canada, right? So he gets up for these games in Canada. I feel better if it was 16.5. It was earlier today when I was looking at it, but it bumped to 17.5 everywhere. But if you look at games without Kuminga, he's right there on the line. The Heat game, he just shot really poor and only played 25 minutes. But if he plays his 30-plus minutes, he's right there, man. Yeah, but it's risky, guys, because this is just a gut feel. Like as a Warriors fan, just like Wiggs. The biggest problem with him lately, and why Warriors fans want him to get traded, is like it's just he doesn't have it the fire in his belly anymore, and he's got some personal stuff going on in his life. Is losing his dad, and ever since then, it's just not been the same Wiggs for what we saw in the NBA Finals against the Celtics and that whole playoff run. So you're kind of rolling the dice on which Wiggs you get. But if his shots are landing from the outside, which he'll have a good matchup here, then I could definitely see him getting there. Maybe alt his points. But other than that, man, the Warriors team is just a mess right now. It's so bad, and I can see him making some moves and trades, so change things up. Buddy Hield's RA, it's always interesting to me. I know Steph is playing, but 4.5. The only problem is that it's really heavy juice. But he's been playmaking with coming out just due to the Warriors' natural ball rotation. I mean, the shot's not open. They just move the ball so much. So I can't believe his assists are only 1.5. It's wild. But you probably want to incorporate his rebounding potential too. Yeah. RA's not bad. It's just the juice on it's so high, bro. I mean, it's just 1.5. I don't think it's worth it at that juice. Minus 150. And Steph, man.
J. Cole says Curry or nothing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. I might just stay away, guys. Wiggs would be my only lean. And then the Raptors. One thing I've been noticing, but he's questionable, right? Quickly, he's questionable. You confirm that?
No.
Oh, Draymond's not present. Shoot around. Oh yeah, he was downgraded to questionable today. That sucks. I've been noticing his RA when all these guys are playing, especially with Bruce Brown back in the mix too. Like his RA is just plummeted. Quickly is a guy that we always liked his RA for because he's a good rebounding guard, but dude, he's not getting it ever since those guys are back. Look at this, and they keep putting it at 9.5. I don't get it. Yeah. He's 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 rebounds, 7 assists. He's just not rebounding. 3 rebounds, 1 rebound. Now the Warriors are going to shoot a ton of threes, so maybe the rebounds go up here. But, yeah, I mean, it's all these guys being back. Like the games they did spike RA, Barrett and Brown did not play. So could he have a spike game today for whatever reason? Sure, but it just seems like right now he's not involved with rebounding or playmaking, which makes sense. You got Scotty Barnes who gets RA, RJ Barrett will too, and then Bruce Brown for sure. That's like his specialty. So if he plays, you can consider it. Especially since it's still 9.5. I thought for sure it'd go down to 8.5 after the Pistons game. With him only having 2 rebounds and 2 assists, so 4 RA. But yeah, minus 140 on Fliff. There's some juice on it. PrizePicks is 9 flat. It looks like Underdog doesn't have it, but yeah, I think everything else is pretty average. Coin flip, man. Yeah. And RJ really struggled in that Pistons matchup. I thought about taking his under. I was a little scared, but maybe just keep riding the McHale unders if Brunson plays. If he's just not even looking at the basket, like our homie said, I might have to do it, man. Very similar position-wise as RJ. A lot of wing shot shooting, so... yeah, it just depends if Draymond plays or not. If Draymond doesn't play, it'd be scary taking any unders on Raptors scoring, because obviously Draymond's a key part of the defense. So, yeah, that's what I got, guys. What I got for that. Memphis and Houston. Can't really talk about this because Jaws downgraded to questionable. So I have no idea about the Memphis side. So we have to wait and see on that. Best way to attack Memphis is spot up 3-point shooting. So Jalen Green could have a good solid game here, but he's on a heater. He has good history against Memphis. Not last year, but good start this year. Yeah, and when he's on these heaters, man, just ride it out until he stops. But yeah, Rockets. If Ja doesn't play, Rockets should win this at home, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't really have any strong leans. Amon Thompson's been playing phenomenal defense. I read a whole thing on his defense lately. Now that he's playing big minutes, so whoever he guards, they're gonna have problems scoring. Maybe consider some Jalen if Ja plays. Consider some Jalen Wells unders, because the one thing that the Rockets are good at, for sure on defense, is spot up shooting, and that's Jalen Wells' main where he scores. Man, he's just gonna pop threes, right? How do you do against him this season? 8 and 4 points. Jaren Jackson didn't play in that one game. Everyone else played in this game on January 9th, which was 4 days ago. Yeah, I'd say if Ja doesn't play, or if Ja ends up playing, I would consider Jalen Wells under.
Emerson says, what do you think about Buddy's 2.5 assists demon?
You're playing with the devil there. He's going to have probably 3 to 4 potential, so he's going to have a high conversion rate.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one for you. You're gonna like. J. Cole says Cash Allen free.
Allen.
He's like,
Which
who's
one is
Allen?
that?
John Marino. Huh?
Marino?
Sean Marino is here. He says, "Ayo, prop, you like Bane's under assists?"
Oh, Jarrah Allen. Who? Bane under assist?
Yeah. And then Toon says, "Can you go over Jaren Jackson point line?"
Jaren Jackson. Yeah. So Jabari remains out, right? So that helps them for sure. Like Jabari would have made it really difficult for Triple J. Like matches up really good with them, lengthwise, athleticism, and size, and all that. So it definitely helps with Jabari out. The only problem is that Triple J, again, spot up shooting, right? It's majority of his points, and the Rockets are top 2 in spot up shooting defense. And how has he done? Yeah, he scored 21 points. but that was with everyone playing. So, if Jaw's out, just due to sheer volume, you can consider him if you're interested in him. What's the point line? 23.5? God, I don't know, man. But this pace, the Rocket, I don't know. It's not a good matchup for him, dude. It's not a good matchup at all. But again, if Jaw's out, it helps. I might just stay away from Triple J, to be honest, and Bane as well. Bane, he's been scoring so much in transition because he's been struggling with the spot up shooting. So he's been driving more. Struggled in both meetings here, but his point lines are pretty low at 17.5, especially if Jaw's out. I'm sure it goes up a point or two if Jaw's out, ruled out. But someone asked about his assists. I would wait on the Jaw news for sure, because with that, when Jaw's out, his assist rate skyrockets. So yeah, you can see last 3 games Jaw was out. He was getting around 14 potentials per game. So I would hold off on making any bets on Bane scoring and playmaking for that matter. But Jalen Wells, I think, with or without Jaw, like he's still gonna have a low usage rate. It's all gonna be spot up 3-point shooting, and you saw the history. I think consider it, man. It stays at 11.5. If you want, I mean, Fliff it's minus 140. If you want, you could even wait for Ja to get ruled out, and then they'll probably bump him. All the books will probably go to 11.5, and then maybe some will go to 12.5, and then you could consider the under then too, because he doesn't even have like that hit rate.
Sean Marina
Right?
says, Amen, first half PRA.
If you're worried about blowout, sure, but it's only 3.5 point spread. But maybe the spread goes up with Jaw's rolled out. But what's his first quarter points? 3.5. It's been productive in the first half for sure. Is he still playing 20 minutes? And then we got to move on because we're running out of time. But let me see.
Oh yeah, we got 3 minutes.
First half. As long as he's still playing 20 minutes. That's solid. 22 minutes. That's really good. Most guys on average, even starters who play big minutes, will only play 18 to 20 minutes max. So, yeah, if he keeps playing 22 minutes, man. Now, I don't know if that's due to other guys getting in foul trouble or whatnot, or it's just Udoka changed up rotations last 2 games. But, yeah. And the pace of this matchup going against the fastest team, you can it. Just got to hope. First half props, man. You just got to hope for no foul trouble, and just you don't want a guy to start off super cold. You just hate that with first half props. They start off cold and then they go off in the second half and get their full game props, but not the first half. So I usually split it. I'll do first half if I like a player for his first half, and then full game. I don't have anything on the Spurs Lakers yet. I've not looked at this game at all, to be honest. And since we're running out of time, I'll skip it. Clippers Heat. What do we got here? I want to say if Bane plays, I'm taking it under. The Clippers have been holding it down in the paint all season. Top 2 versus centers in terms of points allowed, and especially with Kawhi playing back. You got Kawhi, Derek Jones, and then Zubac holds it down against bigs. So give me Bam's under. Hopefully it stays at 16. You can catch it at 16.5. Flipp's not bad, minus 135. I'll probably do it there. Underdog and PrizePicks. I'm not going to play it at 15.5 since I can get it at 16.5 on Fliff. So Fliff only for me on Bam. If he burns me with free throws, he burns me. But the Clippers are usually pretty good about free throw or about fouls. They're bottom 8 in free throw attempts allowed. And then you could definitely consider unders on these other guys like Hami. Whoever Derek Jones is going to be on, it's going to make it a hard time on them. Yeah, I think I might mix and match, like Jovic under in one, Hami under in the other, Mr. Yaquez, and kind of rotate around like that, man. Clippers wise, with Kawhi playing, even though it's limited minutes, I'm probably just gonna stay away from all these guys. Norman Powell's a good scoring spot for sure, because a lot of his points are from spot up shooting. We know the Heat give up spot up 3-pointers, but there's juice on the over 21.5. It might bump to 22.5, and so if you want it, I would take it now. Fliff's good value, minus 125, relative to other books. Like even Pinnacle is higher at minus 138. So I would say he's probably the best option, scoring wise, on the Clippers. And then Zubac, great rebounding spot for him. Centers have been feasting on the glass against the Heat because how much Bam bricks those little middies when he does shoot the mid range. So they get rebounds at a high clip. Kessler 15, 16 both meetings. Sengun 18. All these guys are very similar to Zubac in terms of position, size, and how they rebound. Hartenstein 18, so it's 12.5. It's pretty high, man. So I might alt it down if I was going to do an SGP of like Norman Powell alt points, Zubac alt rebounds, something like that, and take an under on one of the Heat guys, one of the three that I mentioned. That's it, man. No, not going to do many overs today. I'm not feeling these games are pretty gross in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but when I feel like a slate's gross, I lean more towards the unders. I lean nowadays. I lean more unders in general, but even more so when I feel like a slate is pretty nasty. That's just suggests even more so that there's not prime matchups. So then unders are more likely to occur, in my opinion. So, but yep.
Ren says Bam's at 16 on Dabble, and I was going to say I can get it at 16.5 on Hot Streak, and then
There you go.
play something else.
You can't get it higher. You can't.
I can go to actually I can go to 17.5. It pays out basically minus 200. That's not bad, right?
How's that compared to Underdog? If you have time to look,
Let's see. I actually have
because
it.
Underdog they'll have a multiplier. I don't know if it's like 0.72x, 0.84x.
Bam. Let's see. Put it up to. Oh wow. They only go up to 19.5. It's 0.71.
That's not terrible. Like usually when you go up that high, it goes down to 0.62. Usually.
Yeah, that's like nothing. That's like here's a free play to put with something.
Yeah.
But 0.71, I don't know the exact number. I would guess it's like minus 400, 350. But when you can go up like that, it's a good chance it hits. If you already like the normal under, so
Yeah,
not too bad.
I love the alt unders on Underdog. If I feel really good about a regular line,
Mhm.
I usually just pair it with an alt under.
Yeah, that works. Okay, I'm gonna be checking for more Bam stuff, but 17.5 on Hot Streak's probably the best at that payout.
Nope. And yeah, again, the only overs I would consider is Powell's 21.5 on Fliff points, and then Zubac either rebounds or RA. Feel better if you alt it, but the RA is a good spot for it. 14.5 on Fliff is minus 145, so there's juice on it. That's the only problem. So yeah, might just go ahead and eat the juice and alt it down a little bit more. But he should play make here and kick it out to 3-point spot up shooters in this matchup against the Heat, who tend to give up assists to centers for that reason. Just want to double check and we'll get out of here. Yeah, they're mainly just giving up boards to the big men, so probably just go with some form of his rebound. Feeling good about it. What's the spread on this game? 7? Okay. Yeah, so Bam, Yaquez, Jovic, probably alternate those unders. You can catch Jovic at 12.5, or do you just bump down to 11.5 everywhere? He just bumped down to 11.5 everywhere. Okay, that sucks. So he missed the 12.5. It looks like that bump just happened, guys. So, but Yaquez at 13.5. Okay. Good luck, guys. Tomorrow, hopefully it's a better slate, dude.
Hey,
little bit bigger.
Toon says, can you put your picks on the screen? We're about to get out of here, though, Toon. You jump in the Discord. We got all the picks all the time. And I think you should jump in the Discord. We've been winning like crazy with all different sports and stuff. So jump in the Discord, bro. Free 7 days. You can check it out. I bet you'll win some money, and you probably want to stay.
Yeah, I have no official picks right now because I got to finalize stuff and wait for injury news. But I give you the leans. Call volley under RA or PRA, and Cade alt points and rebound probably paired with Pistons alt spread, and maybe Mikal under if Brunson plays. And I had a lean on Andrew Wiggins points. Quickly under RA if he plays. Jalen Wells under points, especially if Ja is out or plays. And the unders for either Bam, Yaquaz, or Jovic. Yep, those are the ones we went over. Those are leans so far. Finalize actual slips and parlays and straight bets before lock. So there's some key news to wait out for, like Brunson and Ja. So, and who else? What do we got? Draymond too, and quickly, so and so on. So we gotta wait. We got some key news to wait on before I finalize and submit anything.
Word up, bro. All right. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the Discord here in a minute.
All right, deuces.
Peace.